Interest rates. They have been the topic of discussion for the last couple of years in real estate. Ever since rates went from the 3s to the 6s, 7s, and 8s, the market has cooled and has impacted affordability. It has shrunk the buyer pool. It's made it more challenging. We're finally starting to see some relief and things heading in the right direction from a real estate perspective. When you look at what's happening with interest rates, the Fed has not cut rates. Interest rates are simply softening because of economic situations and other things going on in politics. We are now seeing government mortgages, which are basically like FHA, VA, those types of products in the high 5s. As of me, recording the show, mortgage rates change every single day, but we're seeing the high 5s again. A lot of people, don't understand this, but every half point drop in interest rates, which is what we've seen in the last several months. A few months back, we were in the mid 6s. Every half point drop in mortgage rates creates millions of new home buyers because it makes it affordable for them to buy and qualify, or it makes it affordable for them to buy and qualify the home that they want. Some consumers will say, look, I'm not going to move unless I can get this, and at these interest rates, I can't get this. Well, as the rates go down, you open that up to more and more people. So it is a really positive sign for the real estate market to see interest rates trending in that direction. Now, of course, we have no idea what the Fed's going to do. There's all kinds of different economic opinions about what's happening with inflation, whether it's headed up, whether it's headed down. And, but right now, they're the lowest they've been in a while. If you're someone that got quoted a year ago or a while ago and you saw 6s or near 7, you have a really good shot at getting into the 5s, potentially low 6s, depending on your score, income, and the type of loan and the down payment. But rates have definitely come down. So it is an eye-opening moment for people that have been sitting on the sidelines. There are customers out there that bought and have interest rates in the 4s maybe, and they're like, oh man, I'm not going to jump up to the 6s or the 7s. When you start to put a 5 in front of that interest rate, some of those people that have been sitting and saying they're not going to sell their house are now to the point where the interest rate differential is close enough to where they don't feel like they're getting hosed as bad. They may still feel like they're getting hosed, just not as bad as from 4 to 7 or 8, which is what we saw a year ago. If you're someone that look again, talk to a mortgage lender, get back out, run some numbers, and see what's happened. Because in addition to mortgage rates sliding down a little bit, prices have softened. Talking to my team this week, we're seeing sellers being willing to accept prices on homes maybe more aggressive than they would have 6 months or a year ago. So buyers, now is the time. Get off the fence. You've got rates that have come down to their lowest point in a while, and the pendulum is swung in your favor to get a better deal on the house. So you can get a better deal on the house and the rate right now. But here's what happens. Those things kind of work in, the pendulum kind of swings and pushes those things to where it's rare that they line up in the same place. As interest rates drop, typically home values and prices go up because it creates extra demand. And then you start to see bidding wars. If we see interest rates in the 4s again, it's going to be rampant bidding wars. Homes are going to be going way above asking price. So if interest rates are expected to trend downward, and a lot of people are predicting that, you shouldn't wait until they're there to buy, because by then prices have already started to rise. You're not going to have a negotiation position, and you're going to experience the same plight that so many consumers felt a couple of years ago when they're making 17 offers and they can't get anything accepted, and they're getting outbid, and everything's going way above asking and way above market. So now is the time for a smart person to buy and then refinance later when rates drop, but you get locked in at today's price before prices head back in another direction. Prices have definitely softened. Again, they may soften more. However, historically, as rates drop, prices rise. So right now we're in a point where we've seen the lowest interest rate we've seen in a while, and prices have been kind of on a slow, not a steady, not a lot, but a slow, small percentage point drop in value. So you've got this pendulum where it's kind of at this trough and this peak opportunity for timing, that if you're a buyer and you buy, you're going to get a better price than you will if you wait a year for rates to come down. And you can always, reduce the rate later. And there are a lot of lenders too that are allowing programs where customers can get a free interest rate reduction or free refinance, no cost refinance. All those types of things are things that are happening to encourage people to not wait to buy. So those are things that are working right now.